Hi guys! Today's yoga class is going to be an intermediate flow focused on opening the shoulders, and we are going to start on our backs. So make your way on your back body. You can keep the knees bent, or if you prefer, extend the legs. Place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Close the eyes. Take a moment to center yourself on the mat. Relaxing the body. Start connecting to the breath. Observe the rise and fall of the belly and the chest. The belly expanding with each inhale. And dropping gently to the mat with each out-breath. Just watch that inner dance. Breathing in. And breathing out. And now release the hands next to the hips. Walk the heels even closer to the glutes. And options here. You can just keep the hands on the mat, palms pointing down. Or maybe you can grab to your ankles. Press the heels to the mat, keeping the feet parallel to each other. Start lifting the hips, engage the glutes. Find length through the top of the thighs. Open the chest. Keep the glutes engaged. Strong inner thighs, inhale. And exhale, chest comes closer to the chin. Think of sliding the shoulder blades to the spine. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly release the upper back, the mid back, and lower back to the mat. Pull the knees to the chest. Place the hands under the knees and rock up, making your way into a seat. Cross the ankles under the glutes, place the hands on the mat, and make your way into a tabletop position. Hips will stay on top of the knees. Big step with the hands to the front of the mat, and then as you exhale, puppy pose. Lower the chest to the mat. You can rest the forehead, maybe the chin. Keep the arms extended. Breathing in. Breathing out. And either hold here or pull the right heel to the glute. And then lower. And then pull the left heel to the glute. And lower. And now see if you can lift both of the feet, pull both of the heels to the glutes, hold here. And then lower the shins to the mat. Inhale. And exhale, start guiding the hips on top of the heels, making your way into a child's pose. Press the forehead on the mat. And then extend the arms to the back of the mat so the hands are resting next to the feet. And relax the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Place the hands on your heels, the crown of the head on the mat in front of the knees, and start lifting the hips, rounding the back body. Keep the hands on the heels. The crown of the head is just lightly touching to the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Extend the arms in front of you. Take an in-breath here. And exhale. Inhale, tabletop position. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet as wide as the hip bones, heels slightly out, toes slightly in. Press the palms of the hands to the mat, and if you want, add some movement. Maybe move the hips from side to side. Of course, there's always an option to keep the knees bent if that's what you need. Maybe nod the head from side to side. Or just rest in the stillness in your downward dog. One more in breath. And exhale. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Lift your heels. And either step or hop if that's within your practice to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Open the chest flat back. Exhale, lower the belly towards the thighs. Inhale, make your way into a standing position. Arms above the head, big stretch. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. And step back into a plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees to the mat. We are in a tabletop position. Bend the elbows, arch the back, lower the chest to the mat. And then slide the thighs and the pelvis to the mat. Inhale, lift yourself into your cobra. And then option to bend the knees. Drop the head to the back. The toes are reaching for the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, tuck the toes under, lower the feet to the mat, and lift the hips downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. And then step, hop in between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen the standing forward fold. Inhale, make your way into a standing position, arms above the head. Micro bending the knees, engage the glutes. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. You can always slide the hands on the shins. Exhale, drop the hands to the mat. Step back into a plank position. Inhale, press the space in between the shoulder blades up, scoop the abs. Exhale, drop the knees to the mat, tabletop position. Exhale, bend the elbows, drop the chest to the mat. Option 2, hold here. Or bend the left knee, pull the left heel to the glute, and maybe reach for the left foot with the left hand. Option to stay here. Or kick the right leg up and high, engaging the right glute. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right knee next to the left knee. Drop the left hand next to the left side of the rib cage. Lower the shins to the mat. And then make your way into your cobra, extending the elbows. Either staying here or bending the knees, guiding the toes to the crown of the head, opening through the throat. Exhale, lift the hips, drop the toes to the mat, and lift yourself into your downward facing dog. Just one inhalation, elbow creases are pointing towards each other, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Step in between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, lower the belly towards the thighs. Inhale, make your way into a standing position. Big stretch for the body. One last time, exhale, hinge from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands flat on the mat. Step back into a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees to the mat, tabletop position. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest to the mat, option to hold. Maybe bend the right knee even more, pulling the right heel to the glute. Maybe extend the right arm to the back so you grab to the right ankle. Maybe lift the left shin from the mat, engaging the left glute. The toes are pointing up. Inhale. And exhale, lower the left knee next to the right knee, the right hand next to the right rib cage. Lower the shins to the mat, and then lower the thighs and the pelvis. Inhale, lift the chest. Either hold here or bend the knees. Pull the heels to the glutes. Drop the head to the back. And then as you exhale, drop the toes to the mat, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. On your next in-breath, lift the right foot from the mat, one-legged downward facing dog. Bend the right knee. Pull the right knee to the chest as you shift the shoulders on top of the wrists and gently step the right foot in between the hands. Drop the left knee to the mat, the top of the left foot to the mat. Inhale, lift the arms. As you exhale, lift the chest even more. Big circular movement with the arms. Inhale, belly towards the right thigh as you reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat, arch the back. Inhale, reach forward, belly towards the right thigh. Inhale, lift one more time, big circular movement. Open the chest as you drop the hands to the mat. Reach forward, belly towards the right thigh. And then arms above the head, hold here. Pelvis heavy, dropping to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Tuck the left toes under. Extend the right leg as you lift the left knee from the mat. Your pyramid. Maybe peel the right toes from the mat. Guide the right hip to the back, left forward. You're bending only from the hips, not the lower back. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, look to the front of the mat. Drop the right toes. Shift the weight on the right foot And then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Lift the left heel. We are going to make our way into a bird of paradise. Thread the left arm under the left knee and then bend the left arm in the way that the top of the left hand is touching to your back. And then right arm is reaching to the right and behind you, and grab to the fingers. If this is not available for you today, you can use a belt or some piece of material here. And then maybe you're staying here. Micro bend in the right knee. Press into the right foot and start lifting the left foot from the mat, pulling the left knee to the left shoulder and pressing the left knee to the space behind it. Either stay here or extend the left leg. The crown of the head is reaching up. Core is on. Scoop the abs, engage the pelvic floor muscles. Inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee and start bending the right knee, gently lowering the left toes to the mat and releasing the hands. Step the left foot to the back. Shift the weight on the left toes, press the hands to the mat, and then sweep the right foot next to the left foot, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, lower the forearms to the mat and just hold. Bend the knees if this is quite a lot for the hamstrings. Shift the chest to the back of the mat towards the toes. Press the forearms to the mat maybe a bit more and lift the tailbone to the back and up. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, start lowering the hips into a forearm plank. Shoulders land on top of the elbows. And then drop the knees to the mat, the top of the feet to the mat. Lower the pelvis and the thighs to the mat. Pressing the elbows to the mat and pulling them to the back. Pressing the top of the feet to the mat, engaging the glutes. Inhale. And then exhale, lower the chest and the belly to the mat. Extend the left arm to the left. Option to stay here. Or if your shoulders are open, you can create 90-degree angle with the left arm. The right hand is on the right side of the body next to the right rib cage. We are lowering the left cheek to the mat, bending the right knee, and start rolling on top of the left shoulder. If you want to place some kind of block or a pillow under the left cheek, that's okay. Open the chest to the right. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhalation. And exhale, roll on your belly. Extend the right leg. Place the left hand next to the left rib cage. And then make your way into a child's pose. Take one inhalation here. And exhale. Inhale. Tabletop position. Tuck the toes under. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Lift the left foot from the mat. One-legged downward dog. Bend the left knee. Shift the shoulders on top of the wrists. Pull the left knee to the belly. And see how gently you can step the left foot in between the hands. Lower the right knee and the top of the right foot to the mat. Inhale. Lift the hands. Lift the hands from the mat above the head. Open the chest. Free circular movements from the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Arch the back. Lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, belly towards the left thigh as the hands are reaching forward, and then lift everything. Lower the hands, keep lifting the chest. Inhale, belly towards the left thigh as you reach it forward. And exhale, big circular movement. Keep pressing the hip bones forward. Inhale, reach forward and up. Hips are square. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat, frame the left foot, tuck the right toes under. And then as you lift the right knee, extend the left leg. Maybe flex the left foot, gently guiding the right hip forward, left to the back. Inhale. And exhale, hinging from the hips. Breathing in. And breathing out. Lift the gaze, lower the left toes. Shift the weight on the left foot and the hands, and then step the right foot to the right side of the right hand. Lift the right heel so just the toes are touching to the mat. And then lower the belly towards the left thigh. Guide the right arm under the right knee. Bend the right knee so the top of the right hand is touching to the back. And then connect the right fingers with the left fingers. And then again, maybe you'll stay here. Or shift the weight on the left foot. Start lifting the right foot from the mat. Pulling the right knee to the back. Option to hold here or extend the right leg. Micro bend in the left knee, especially if you tend to hyperextend the knees. Keep the chest open. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the right knee, and then lower the right toes to the mat. Release the hands to the mat. And then circular movement, step the right foot to the back. Press the hands to the mat, press the ball of the right foot to the mat, and guide the left foot next to the right foot. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, drop the forearms to the mat. Dolphin pose. Shift the chest to the back. Keep pressing the forearms and the elbows to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Find your forearm plank. If you need to adjust, you can move the forearms forward or step the feet to the back. Scoop the abs. Long line from the crown of the head to the heels. Exhale, drop the knees, the top of the feet to the mat. Lower the thighs and the pelvis. Again, press the top of the feet to the mat. Strong glutes. Widen through the collarbones, and exhale, lower the chest to the mat. Either extend the right arm to the right or create 90-degree angle with the right arm. Place the left hand next to the left rib cage. Bend the left knee and start rolling on your right shoulder, resting the right cheek on the mat. Open the chest to the left. Inhale. And exhale. And now take one more in-breath. As you exhale, roll on your belly. Extend the left leg. Place the right hand next to the right rib cage. And exhale, child's pose. Breathe in. and breathe out. If you want to rest in your child's pose, that's an option. We are going to make our way into a headstand if you want to give it a try today. So interlace the fingers. Some people like hiding the pinky that's kind of underneath. That's the, in my case, it's the right one under the left one. So you can hide it in that way. I kind of like having it available. It helps me with the balance. And then the elbows are as wide as the length of one forearm. You're going to place the crown of the head just in front of the hands. So not the forehead, but the crown of the head. Tuck the toes under and then lift the knees from the mat. Press the forearms, the elbows to the mat like you did in Dolphin. And then walk the the feet, the toes as close to the elbows as you can. Maybe you'll stay here. Maybe you'll pull one heel to the glute and then switch. Maybe you'll pull both of the heels to the glutes. And then from here, you can extend the legs. Make sure that the weight of the body is on the forearms and the elbows, not the neck, not the head. Inhale. Hide the lower ribs in. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, either pull the knees to the chest or you can start lowering the legs extended until the toes drop on the mat, the knees drop to the mat. And once again, sit back into your child's pose. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale. Inhale, make your way into a tabletop position. Once again, big step with the hands to the front of the mat. Exhale, puppy pose. If the chest is on the mat, you can tuck the toes under and then lift the knees from the mat. Inhale. And exhale, drop the knees to the mat. And then make your way into a tabletop position. Cross the ankles under the glutes. We are making our way into a seat on the mat. Extend the legs in front of you. Flex the feet. You can keep the knees slightly bent if your hamstrings are tight. You can also keep the hips elevated. Inhale, extend the arms above the head. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Belly comes close to the thighs. Inhale, elongate the spine, the chest is reaching forward, and exhale. Take one more in-breath and one more out-breath. On your next inhalation, lift the upper body. And then place the hands behind you, fingers are pointing to the back of the mat. You can walk the feet a bit wider. And we are just walking the hands to the space behind you. Keep the elbows extended. See how low you can go. Don't lock the elbows. And then when you meet your depth, lift the chest. Inhale. Maybe lift the chest even more and exhale. You are looking at your toes. Breathe in, lift the chest even more and exhale. And now start walking the hands towards your body. Extend the arms in front of you. Make sure that you have space behind you. As you exhale, scoop the abs and make your way on your back. And now walk the hands under the glutes. We are going to press into the elbows, into the forearms. Lift the chest. Drop the head to the back. The crown of the head taps to the mat if that's available. If it's not, then the crown of the head is just hovering above the mat as you lift the chest, pressing the forearms, the elbows into the mat. Again, make sure that you are not shifting the weight of the body on the head. So you could just move the head here from side to side. The crown of the head is just reaching for the mat. Inhale. And then as you exhale, chin to the chest and then lower the back body on the mat. Release the hands. Pull the knees to the chest. Inhale. Maybe rock gently side to side. And then as you exhale, release the legs, making your way into Savasana. Take your time to find the Savasana that works for you today. So maybe extend the arms, taking all the space that you need. Or maybe the same way as we started the practice, you prefer to stay with the knees bent. Maybe you will keep one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Or maybe you will use pillow under the head or the support under the knees. Stay with the breath. Allow the breath to flow gently in and out and just watch. Take your time in your Shavasana and stay here as long as you want to. And when you feel ready, start bringing gentle movement into the body. Maybe stretch on the mat. Point your toes, extend the arms next to the ears. Maybe pull the knees to the chest. You can roll the ankles here. Maybe you want to roll on a side, making your way into a fetal position. Take your time here. And then make your way into a seat. Adjusting the body. Inhale, pull the shoulders towards the ears. And exhale, press the shoulders to the mat. Inhale, pull the shoulders to the ears. And exhale, press the shoulders to the mat. Inhale and exhale. Come back to the breath. You may place the palms of the hands together in front of the chest, or the hands on the heart. And thank yourself for this practice. Thank you. Namaste.